And one local doctor is applauding this strike on Syria, but he says the U.S. pressure on the Assad regime cannot just be a one-time attack.
Team 12's Jen Wall joins us in the newsroom with his story.
Now living in the United States, cardiologist Dr. Lababidi has done humanitarian work for Syria for years, and he says it is time the United States stepped in to help the poor and suffering in the country.
Fleeing his native Syria in the mid-'80s, Dr. Lababidi is heartbroken for his former home and family who still live there in fear every single day.
They are so afraid that I don't even call them anymore because they are afraid that their telephone lines is monitored by the government and something bad can happen to them.
Today, Dr. Lababidi is in Washington, D.C., advocating for the Middle Eastern nation as vice president of the Syrian American Council.
It is horrible after we said, and the world said, never again, more than 70 years ago, to see infants and children gassed to death in 2017.
Prompted by an inhumane chemical attack where innocent babies, men, women, and children suffered brutal deaths, President Donald Trump ordered a missile strike on a Syrian airbase yesterday.
The right thing to do was to put the Assad regime on notice that the United States, with the new administration, is not going to tolerate such a behavior.
But Dr. Lababidi says the United States needs to follow through with helping turn Syria into a democracy.
People in the world always look for the United States to lead, and we should at this point.
Until then, he is waiting for the day he can return home to visit his family in a free Syria.
Dr. Lababidi says none of his family was harmed in the chemical attacks in Syria, but he will continue doing humanitarian work until they are safe. We're in the newsroom. Jen Wall, 12 News.